So our theme today for the fourth meeting is keep your body moving. I think this is it's suit with our condition right now, where everyone like seated in front of the screen almost all days. But we need to always remind ourselves to keep our body moving, because it will the circulation in our body, it's also need us to move. The word of the day is demonstrate. You probably already get the idea what is our topic of the day. It's more about body language. Yesterday about speech purpose, and today is about body language. So the theme is keep your body moving. Our word of the day is demonstrate. Kindly use this word, demonstrate, later on in table topics. And our general evaluator today is none other than our coordinator, Burona. Burona, can you explain me a bit about your role and also the timer?
As a general evaluator, I will evaluate the meeting from the beginning to the end. I will point out the positive side which our session has done well, and then I will also give suggestions on how we could improve in our future meeting. The purpose of this general evaluation is for us to keep improving and getting better and better every time. So that is one of the spirit of Toastmasters. So in every meeting, every speech, we have an evaluation for the purpose of improving. We may not be the best right now, but we can always improve our performance. And then let me introduce my timer, Dini, who will give the time when you speak or in our edu session or table topics. Dini, can you please explain?
All right. So tonight I will become timer. I will time your speech for table topics. The first session we will have table topic will be 1 until 2 minutes. When I will show you the background, 1 minute is green, and then 1 minute 30 seconds will be yellow background, and red background at 2, means you have to conclude your speech. And for edu session, we will have 8 to 10 minutes. So 8 minutes will be green, 9 minutes yellow, and 10 minutes will be red. And also we will have evaluation for educational session today, which is 2 to 3 minutes. As green background for 2 minutes, yellow background 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red background for 3 minutes. I think that's all from me. Back to GE.
Thank you very much, Dini, for explaining your role as the timer. So let me return the control to our Tom tonight.
Thank you, Burona. All right. So again, in every Toastmasters aspects, we are evaluated. I hope everybody already get used to this, and I think it's a good culture, not only in Toastmasters, but in every aspect of our life. Being evaluated and get a feedback can help us to grow. And then for the others, I encourage you to open your camera, especially during your speech, because it's also part of public speaking, how you put yourself in the screen right now. I think online presentation, it's gonna will be the futures of presentation as well. So I think it's good to master on how to put yourself in an online presentation. You're probably gonna present in your workplace to someone else's in other country or other places. I think it's a good time to practice as well. So I encourage everyone to put the camera on as well. And we're gonna proceed to the next session, which is table topics. So a reminder, because I've been observed from session 1 until session 3 last time, that the minimum time for table topic is 1 minute. So if you haven't seen the background of Dini getting green, change into green, then keep talking, keep sharing your opinion until you see the green light. It means the minimum time has been achieved and you can conclude your speech after that. Okay, so without further ado, I'll call our table topic masters, Toastmaster Titin.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amelia. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed speech crafters. I'm Titin, your table topic master for this evening. We are about to start the most awaited session for this evening, that is table topic session. Why table topic is fun? Because we learn impromptu speaking. Table topics helps the participants to organize and express their thoughts quickly in impromptu setting. Table topic is a good time to practice your responses for a job interview. And in table topics also, you have no idea about what questions that will be asked just like your interview questions. Table topic can also apply in other conditions, such as when suddenly your boss needs you to answer something quickly, immediately. I will give you one statement and you will answer it in 1 until 2.5 minutes without any prior preparation. So the timing is minimum 1 minute and then maximum is 2.5 minutes. Please pin the timer, Toastmaster Dini, and the word of the day is demonstrate. Before we start this table topic session, let me give you one of the most common way to answer table topic questions, that is prep. The first P is to point or propose. R is to give your reasoning. E is example, give your examples and propose again. Is everybody ready for this session? May I have your thumbs, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, for the first question, may I have one Toastmaster to start so that the speech crafters can see what table topic is about? For the first question, is there any volunteer for the first table topic participant? Maybe Toastmaster Haryadi, would you mind to become the first participant?
Okay.
So the first question is, okay, it is seen here. Okay, excuse me, because in my notes, it is in random order. The primary and most beautiful of nature's qualities is motion. The primary and most beautiful of nature's qualities is motion. Would you like to give your opinion, Toastmaster Haryadi?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. The primary and the most beautiful of nature's quality is motion. What does that mean? We, in our daily life, often see many beautiful sceneries, beautiful images, and beautiful phenomena. However, the most beautiful one is when it is moving. And moving here means that you don't something which makes that nature's beautiful, not the other way around. For example, when we see some traffic in the street, of course we will be happy when the street is smooth without any traffic jam. Also, when when we go to the village, the most beautiful scenery is when the nature is very green and fresh, not when it is polluted, especially its air, its water, and its land. So, nature is beautiful, and as long as it is not polluted by because of our greediness and also our our wrong orientations towards economic as well, to economic alone. Thank you very much. Toastmaster.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Haryadi, for your answer. Yes, I agree with your illustration of the green and clean environment, which we need for our survival. For the next participant, Toastmaster Haryadi, would you pick one speech crafter?
Okay, let me choose. Who is Toastmaster Hansen here? Is
Toastmaster Hansen.
Pak Hansen here?
Yes,
Pak
I'm
Hansen?
here.
So this is the question for you. One statement. The body benefits from movement. The mind benefits from stillness. The question is shown on my virtual background. Would you like to give your opinion on this statement?
I can agree with the first one. The body benefits from movement because I know, because my hobby is one of my hobby is sport, and when I take a break from my hobby, which is sport, my body it's like aching, so it's sore around my body, and I feel like my body is not in the prime stage. So if the body benefits from movement, yes, I can agree with that one. And the second one is I cannot read the last the last word. So
Stillness. The mind benefits from stillness. Do you agree or disagree to this statement?
not really, because in my part, I can think when I'm in a discussion with someone. So if everyone is quiet, it's hard for me to think. Okay, that's it.
Yes, thank you for sharing your opinion, okay, Pak Hansen. Yes, I can relate to that very much. Okay, for the next table topic participant, would you please pick one speech crafter?
Budian.
Budian. So this is the statement for you. Okay, Budian, are you ready? Take action. An inch of movement will bring you closer to your goals than a mile of intention. An inch of movement will bring you closer to your goals than a mile of intention.
Okay. I really agree with the first sentence. Take action. An inch of movement will bring you closer to your goals. We need every movement to achieve our goals, even it's only an inch, because maybe an inch because of we face our difficulties or challenge. It doesn't mean that we have not take any action. Please, if we have a goal, always take an action. Another sentence is, what is that? Sorry.
An inch of movement will bring you closer to your goals than a mile of intention.
Of course. From in every inch of our movement, make our concentration to get a high focus to achieve the goal. So we will have a lot of intention in every step that we need to take to achieve our goals. Okay, I think that's put it in. Thank you.
Thank you, Budian, for reminding us about the power of focus. Yes, we need that. And for the next table topics participants, would you please pick one
Pak
speech
Vita, of
crafter?
course. Pak Vita. Don't lose your channel again, Pak Vita.
Next, Pak Wita. Let me ask, are you ready, Pak Wita? I think you are still muted.
Okay, I already
Yes.
unmuted.
Okay, thank you, Pak Wita. This is your statement. Movement is a medicine for creating change in a person's physical, emotional, and mental states.
Yes, I'm agree about this statement. Movement is medicine for creating change, personal, physical, emotional, and mental. It look like when we feel look like angry and or we feel afraid, yeah, we just do the body language look like we just maybe make a statement of like a victory or something like that, and our mental is could be changing directly. Or when we set, we just make the pose to the look like something have a funny or something have the look like happy or happy look like mm, happy movement or something like that. And personal time by time is will change it also about our emotional and mental status. Yeah, it is.
Thank you, Pak Wita, for pointing to us the importance of body language of or our gestures. Yes, we are going to learn about body language for this meeting. For the next participant, would you please pick one speech crafter, Pak Wita?
Okay. Christian.
Pak Christian, let me ask, are you ready? So this is your statement. In the midst of movement and chaos, keep stillness inside you.
Okay, what can I say about this one? In the midst of movement and chaos, keep stillness inside of you. I think it's tough though. I mean, I'm not quite understand what is this mean. But if the situation is in chaos, I think it's better for you to keep, like more patient, more relaxed, not get too emotional. So you have to keep your emotion in check. So like when there is something chaos in front of you, in around you, you don't get angry so easily. So you don't get to make a bad decision, something like that. So I believe this keep stillness inside of you. That's what I uh, think the meaning of those sentences, but I'm not sure whether I'm correct or not. So that's my opinion, though.
Okay, how about the peace of mind? Do you think that in the midst of movement and chaos, do you need the peace of mind with you?
Mm, yeah, that's one of those also. That's why I said you need to keep your emotion in balance, in check. Don't get like angry too easily, or so just keep patient and think straightly. So peace in mind will keep you in check on what from the bad thing that you will do or for the action that you will take if you in chaos situation.
Yes, thank you, Pak Christian. Patience, that's what we need the most, especially in this pandemic time. Thank you for your opinion. For the next table topics participant, would you please pick one speech crafter?
Okay, I missed Sandy last week, so Mr. Sandy, your turn.
Mr. Sandy, are you ready?
Okay.
Yes. So this is your statement. Success seems to be connected with action. Successful people keep moving. Do you agree or disagree to these statements?
Okay. Oprah Winfrey, one of the most successful woman in the business, in the entertainment business in America once said that, find your calling. And if you haven't found your calling, keep on working. So I believe that when we are doing what we are doing and pursuing what we believe that we can do in that particular field, we believe that we will get our success. But if we haven't done any action, then there is nothing that we will achieve. So it's successful people will keep on moving, and unsuccessful people will stop. I think that's true. I believe in that. Thank you.
Yes, so you believe that successful people will keep on trying and pushing until they are successful, until they succeed. Yes, while vice versa, for the unsuccessful people, then they might quit easily. Yes, thank you. It is great that you start with a quote from Oprah Winfrey. Let me ask Toastmaster Amelia, do I still have time for maybe one or two more table topic participants? Excuse me, you are still muted.
Time's already up.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's,
So sure.
7:55 already. So
Yes.
thank you so much. I saw a lot of progress from all the speechcrafters, especially. Again, to remind all of us that the minimum time of the table topic is 1 minute. And also, don't forget to incorporate what you already done. For examples, having a good opening and having a good conclusion in your speech. So even though it's a free topic and you share your opinion, you still can open it in the like what Pak Sandi did, open it with a quotes, for examples. And you can also conclude it in a very strong manner. So what we've learned is not only for the prepared speech, it's also for the table topic. All right, I already set the breakout room. It's the same like last meeting. So in the breakout room later on, you will deliver your prepared speech and will be evaluated by your guides in the room. I will open the room and for the guides, 4 to 5 minutes for the speech and 1 to 2 minutes for the evaluation. I will stand by with Pak Arlan in room 2.
The speech.
How about this time? How about your speechcrafter first, Toastmaster Titin?
Thank you, Toastmaster Haryadi.
Let me be the timer, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Haryadi.
4 to 5 minutes, right?
Yes.
For the speaker.
Okay, now let me ask, how about Budian? Are you ready to deliver your speech? You are still muted.
Thank you, Bu Titin. Good night. Hello, everyone. Pak Sandi, Bu Steni, Cesar, Bu Rona, dan Pak Aryadi. Tonight I want to talk about the key of success, but this is based on our experience, our own experience. A lot of maybe we already read a lot of key of success, but tonight I will talk about the key of success from based on our experience. Before, Pak Sandy, can you tell me what is your one of key of success based on your experience, Pak? Only one. Please give me, Pak Sandi. Many aspects of success. Many aspects of success.
Okay.
Family, maybe your
family.
join.
For me is family.
Okay. Give me one your key of success, Pak Sandi.
To have a happy family, harmonious family relationship. Yeah.
How to achieve that, Pak Sandi?
Sorry?
How to achieve the happy families?
A lot of things to
Okay.
provide them with enough money, for example. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Pak Sandi. Hussaini, can you give us your one key of success, Hussaini? You still unmute, Hussaini?
I think to me, the success is when I find myself satisfied with either my job or my family or my relationship with my God. So the key of success is I feel the peace inside of my heart.
So balance between your job, your family, relation with God, Hussaini. Okay.
Yes.
So thank you for sharing. I believe that your key of success will become very meaningful when we face difficulties and challenges to achieve our success. So tonight I will share my key of success based on our daily routine work. Hopefully I can share this and can encourage you to have a same spirit during our difficulties to be a success. My key word of success that I choose to share is consistent. Why I choose this word? Because I find out that every time I find my difficulties, my challenge at my daily routine activity, walking, so the consistency is the key word I can through it. And I summarize 3 points where the consistency is very important to produce good quality and safety product, because that's my job. So I share my key of success based on my daily activity at my work. Number 1, consistency of maintaining the relevance, the updating system with the relevant with the improvement of the process, the improvement of the product, the improvement of the knowledge of the regulation. If we maintain consistently our system, it will help our team to have the right direction during their work. Number 2, consistently training our team. If we have a good system, but we never train them, we only have a little time to train them, so we cannot share our system and they cannot understand it, they cannot do it well. Number 3, after train with a good understanding about the importance of consistently, hopefully our worker, our team can motivate to do the consistency also. So I will close my key of success from my senior. I have a sentence that I hope can encourage you all. Being persistent can get you into the door, but consistency is the key to unlock it. So keep spirit and to doing consistently at every work we at every role we trust in. Thank you.
Thank you, Bu Dian, for your speech. And now let's proceed to Bu Steni's speech. Are you ready, Bu Steni?
Thank you for the time and good evening for everybody. My speech today, I still want to talk about depression and anxiety. Maybe some of us ever experienced the depression or anxiety. Yeah, this is maybe a little bit weird if we are some of us is not feeling very well to acknowledge if they ever suffer depression and anxiety. But this is a really a huge problem right now. In the world itself, there are in United States, the statistic indicates there are 16.2 million people, adults, suffer depression and anxiety. And in the worldwide, there are 264 million people suffer depression and anxiety. This is a big problem. It's a chief leading cause of disability for working. So we cannot take light the anxiety and depression because outside physically we might not see who is depressed and who is not, but inside there's a big difference. I think during this pandemic, the COVID pandemic that has been going on for more than a year, the increase of depression and anxiety has raised so much among the people. And I think we also feel, all of us feel, what's the problem? Why we are more depressed or more anxious? Maybe Budian can give me one reason why we are more depressed.
Why we more depressed?
Why we
Maybe
more depressed or anxious during this pandemic?
During this pandemic, maybe because there is no, we have a less interaction between one is other.
Okay.
Even if it's with our mother family, less interaction, or maybe always also that less of empathy from others because others busy with their own business.
Okay,
No,
so
that's
social interaction is limited.
Yeah,
maybe. Tinaka, is Tinaka here or no?
Not yet.
I cannot see. Oh no. So
Pak Sandi.
Pak Sandy, maybe Pak Sandy have his opinion. Are you being more anxious or depressed during this COVID period?
Actually, no, because I don't because I have a happy small family at home. I have two of young daughters. So every time I went home, I was happy because I can play with them and spend time with them. So it's not so bad.
Okay. Maybe it's good thing for Pak Sandy not to be affected by the pandemic so much. But many people like those who lose their jobs and also who get the COVID himself or herself, and also even some family, they lose their parents or grandparents. This is a really hard time. But for my closing statement is, even though this is a really hard time, depressed and anxious thing, there is a hope. There is hope, and I believe in God, and I believe in Christ. I believe that God will not give us the burden that we cannot bear. So that's my closing statement.
Yes, thank you very much for your speech, Bu Steny. Now, let us proceed to Pak Haryadi. I will be the timer, so your speech crafter can deliver the speech.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Titin. Now, let's start from Toastmaster Sandy. Can I?
Okay. Okay, now?
Yes, you can start, sir.
Okay, good evening, everyone. How are you today? Okay, before I start my speech, I want to ask you some question, just some trivia question. Do you know how many countries are there in this world? Anyone knows?
About 165 countries.
Not
Okay, Bu
exactly.
Rana, close. But if we reverse the number 6 into 9, so exactly there is 193 countries in the world, excluding the Vatican and the State of Palestine. So among these 193 countries, can you guess how many countries that totally ban abortion? Will you guess like 50%? 25%? 10%? Can anyone guess? Name a
Maybe
number.
25%.
25% from 190, which is around 50 countries. Okay, I give you the answer. Actually, the number of countries who ban abortion in this whole world, I mean in its entirety, is only 6 countries. Whereas 125 countries apply some restriction, which including a medical reason or socio-economic reason. And the other hand, the most industrialized countries in the world are being very liberal toward abortion law. In fact, since the year 2000, more than 29 countries are becoming or changing their law, becoming more liberal. Indonesia itself is among those 125. We in the article number 75 and 76 of health law, abortion is somehow accepted or allowed in Indonesia, but it has very strict regulation and there's a lot of restriction. So why I bring this topic, because the topic of abortion has been an ongoing battle. There are some parties that is against it, and there is some parties who are agree with it, and they are supporting it. So I want to give you some 3 examples, like why people choose to do abortion. The reason number 1 is because the parents sometimes feel that they are not ready. One of the main reasons is the teen pregnancy. When you get pregnant and on your teen, you are not yet mature, you're not yet an adult. So people choose to, they think that they are not ready to become a parents, and they decided to abort the child. And the second reason why they do it is because of the socio-economic reason. Being pregnant while you are having no job, or basically you are not in a capacity to raise a good life for your child, sometimes tempt us to choose the abortion as a way out to avoid all these economic or these social economic problems. And the third reason is for the health. Sometimes when the health of the parents, in this case the mother, and the health of the fetus or the baby is compromised, sometimes the doctor may advise to do abortion to save the life of the mother. So this is the three reasons, which is sometimes when we think it logically, it's a very good reason. But still, deep inside, I personally still against abortion in all of its entirety. For me personally, I think life begins on conception and not like in 6 weeks like the law state. It begins like until conception, and there is a very, very amazing thing that is happening to our body. So I believe that life in all its entirety deserve to live, and they deserve to have a chance. Okay, I will close my speech with one question. Do you know what do these people have in common? Justin Bieber, the world one of the greatest pop star. Number two, Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, and number three is Andrea Bocelli, the famous tenor. What do you know? What these three people have something in common? At one point of their life, their mother decided, or at least they consider, of aborting them when they are still a baby. For Justin Bieber, because the mother is still a teenager, and for Steve Jobs, it's because the economic reason, and for Andrea Bocelli, it's because of the health, because the doctor said that the health will have a birth defect, and indeed he was born with glaucoma and end up blind, but he ended up to have a blessed voice and becoming a top tenor. And so this was my point. My closing statement is like this. When we abort a baby, we are not just distinguishing like an insignificant life being, but somehow there is a chance that we're also erasing or taking the world from the greatness they might never seen ever. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pak Sandy. I would like to ask Pak Haryadi, is there any other speech crafter that you have or only one for this evening?
I think we have only one, only Pak Sandi.
Okay, thank you, Pak Haryadi. So would you like to give your evaluation first, or I give my evaluation first?
Maybe you can give. Okay, let me be the timer.
Thank you, Pak Haryadi. So I would like to give my evaluation to Bu Dian. So Bu Dian, congratulations that you have delivered your speech comfortably in front of the audience. And you show interest as well to the topic that you have delivered. You are good in audience engagement by asking questions to the audience. And you have one takeaway message for all of us, for the audience, that is consistency, which is very good. So we can learn something from your speech, and you shared with us your own experience so we can understand your situation, the situation better, the application of consistency. Okay. As I would like to become part of your success in your public speaking skills, I have several suggestions for you to improve. The first one is the physical gestures can be improved. Let's say when you want to emphasize your key point, that is consistency, then you can slow down to show the seriousness that this is the important part, and you can use your hand gestures to show that this is the important parts. Let's say you can pick the word consistency, or any other gestures that you can show using your hands to show that this is the important point that you want to emphasize from your speech. And your facial expression can also be maximized to show the emotion Okay, especially when it is an important part of your speech. So we know that we need to listen to your speech, that this is the important part that you would like to convey to all of us. So overall, I love your speech, Bu Dian. It was a great speech with a great message for us to learn, the takeaway point, something for us to ponder, and looking forward to listening to your next speech next week. Now, thank you, Pak Haryadi. Now, I would like to proceed to Bu Steny. Congratulations, Bu Steny. Your speech was amazing. We can learn something from you, which is consistent from last week. The message is about depression. So that is your takeaway key message, the danger of depression. You had good vocal variety and clear words. So we can listen to your words clearly. You had as well good audience engagement by asking questions to the audience. And I have several suggestions that you might want to consider. The first one is the hand gestures that can be maximized. So you had a good position already in front of the screen, and you can adjust a bit so that your hands are seen from the screen, and you can maximize the hand gestures. The second one is the facial expression. Facial expression can also be maximized. Okay, for example, when you talk about depression, you can show sad face, and when you are happy for Pak Sandi's good condition, you can show happy face. Okay, because those two conditions are different, so you can show it through your facial expressions, so we can understand better about the situation that you are delivering at that moment. So overall, I love your speech, Bu Steny, and looking forward to listening to your next speech next week. Thank you, Pak Haryadi. I'm finished with my evaluation. Now I will be the timer for your evaluation, and the time for evaluation is 1 minute green, 1.5 yellow, and 2 minutes red.
Okay. Thank you, Buditin. Now it is time for me to give my evaluation to Toastmaster to Pak Sandi. Pak Sandi, I love your speech very much. Your speech is very inspiring as well as very informative. The first thing that I like about your speech is that you start your speech with question. You ask the question, how many countries in the world? And then you ask the question, how many from these countries ban the abortion? That is one way, very good way to attract the audience attention. The second is, I like your speech organization. You learn a lot apparently. First, you talk about the number of countries, and then you talk about the reason for abortion, and then you insert your personal opinion why you are against such action, and then you close your speech with a very beautiful statement. And then here, I have some suggestions to make your speech better. First is that before you said about what have what Justin Bieber and then Steve Jobs and Andrea Bocelli have in common. Before that, you said in conclusion. Actually, for me, this is not a conclusion. This is a continuation of your speech. So I suggest you not to say conclusion. Continue to your speech until the conclusion. In my conclusion, I want to say a beautiful quote. Then you say the quote. And then I think that's overall. I like your speech very much. It expand my knowledge about abortion and your view. It is you deliberate in you have convinced us about your view. Thank you very much. Back to our to Ibu Titin.
Cesar just joined, so maybe he can deliver his speech.
Cesar?
Cesar,
Oh,
yes.
okay. Pak
So I will
Cesar?
be the timer.
Okay.
I will be the timer. Okay. 4 to 5 minutes.
Okay.
The screen is yours. Pak Cesar is not here anymore.
Wait.
I think he has gone again. Maybe because of the internet connection.
Yes, I think he is in and out several times already. I guess internet connection is not good. Okay, so otherwise it's all completed in room 1, yeah? Okay, thank you
Yes,
very much.
Bruna.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With the content. Let me start with the content. And your speech is very inspiring, a lot of philosophical value insights. To talk about priority in life. I know this is very difficult to explain, so you need to use a lot of approach. And that's why I would like to analyze what you have done. I really enjoy your speech right from the beginning to the end. Now, in terms of delivery, you start with the questions. What is the most valuable thing a man can spend? And it is true. The answer is time, because once you lose it, you cannot recover it back unless you have a time channel or whatever, time tunnel or whatever, time machine. Now, I would like to say that the way you explain point by point, starting from the questions, that time is the most important thing. Then the second thing is when we talk about priority, because it's related. And you use a storytelling approach by giving a story of a lecturer or a teacher putting rock, pebble, and sand. We start with the pebble, with the rock, and then the pebble and the sand. This analogy is very, very fantastic because it's really give us the understanding how important things are, but you got to work on priority. Now, in terms of other things, hand gesture, oh, you're phenomenal. I mean, your hand gesture is very good. Facial expression is also good. Body movement is also good, but you need to improve your eye contact. Closing is also very good because you summarize everything. So overall, it's a very good speech, complete. Thank you very much.
Yeah, cannot be agree from Pak Arlan. Mala, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, time is yours.
Hansen, you told us the importance of sports, and we really got informed about that. And the thing that I like from your speech is you also put your personal story about the pain or the fail when you did basketball, when you stopped doing it. And your message is very clear, even though you said to me in advance that this speech is about to inform, but what I think is your speech is also to persuade us to do sports. So that's good. But the thing that you need to work more on, and I think you deliver it with very comfort and you aware about the audience, is about the power of three or the rule of three. I think you give us lots of information about the benefit of sport, but then you can be focus the benefit with 3 things, because you get lots of things to improve your lungs, metabolism, gesture, even fresh. Yeah, I mean, if you can focus on 3, you can get deeper on each point and it will be clearer. Another thing is we love to hear your story. So it's better if you put your personal story. I know you told about Pak Indra or the other CEO, or I honestly maybe only BMI know those people. But for me, Pak Arlan and Amel, we don't know. So you can put your personal story because it will be more convincing for us, for general audience. And also for opening, to get the audience attention, you can say that, did you know that sport did paradox things or contrary things? Because you said if you feel tired, you will be, if you are sweaty, you will be tired, but it's different thing when you do sport. Or you can open it with the, do you agree that shopping is one of the sport? It will get the attention of the audience as well. I think that's all. And but I think I can see your progress. Thank you.
Thank you, Mala. Okay. Yeah, that's a great speech as well. Very informative. And it's also persuade us to exercise. This is actually my first day. I'm starting to exercise again. So I feel like I get a confirmation from you, Hansen. Okay, so I think that's for room 2. Everybody, you may leave room. I will close the breakout room and see you in the main room. Stay there. If I'm already close, you still stay in the breakout room. Oh, I wondered what we discussed together. All right, so that's for the speech. Later on, those who already delivered the prepared speech today, me and Burona, we will mark as complete your speeches. And those who are not coming, please, the guide, you can inform us. So we will not put their name for today's accomplishment. All right, so we're gonna continue to the next session, which is the edu session. We're gonna have 2 edu session today, just like what we wrote in the agenda already. The first edu session, it's about body language. So that's the theme of the day. It's body language. And I don't know in your breakout room, but in my breakout room, we talk a lot about sport, which is also connect with our topic today. Okay, so I will deliver the edu session for the body language. My time is 8 to 10 minutes, Mbak Dini. Wait a minute, I'll share my screen. Okay. Can everybody see my screen right now? Yeah, okay. I'll put it in presenter mode. All right. I believe that actually all of you already know that one of the important aspect, or probably your evaluator also mentioned this several times, that body language is important part in public speaking, whether it's online or offline. So it doesn't reduce the power of the body language. So that is why it's still important. Yeah, before we start, I say that try to turn on your camera and play with the screen, because this is also the way that we show the body language in online presentation. So it's still important. Before we start, I want to ask you something. I will show you a picture. You don't have to do anything. You just see the picture and then see and try to feel what actually you feel when you see this picture. Are you ready? What do you feel when you see these pictures? Very cute. So cute. Like you want to touch. Oh, so chubby. Nice, cute. All right, I saw your smiles. Let's see the next picture. What do you feel when you see this picture? Confusion, sadness, right? Disappointment. How about this? Maybe, I don't know, a lot of women can relate because sometimes we say that we are fine, but actually inside, we are not fine, but we try to say I'm fine. What I want to say in these pictures, not only for you ladies, but also for the men, but it's not only our verbal words that actually communicate, our gesture as well. It's also a form of communication. I hope all the men are sensitive enough to see the body language of their wife or their spouse or their girlfriend, not only take the verbal, the verbal words or the written words, but see as well their body language and gestures. I saw Budian said, put a thumbs up. Okay, so audience base their judgments of the speaker and the speaker's message on what they see as well as upon what they hear. And you know, sometimes what they see it's more powerful message than what they hear. So actually that is the power of body language and gestures. Movement attracts and keeps the audience attention. A stationary speaker is more likely to lose the audience interest. So why we use body language, why we use gestures, it's actually to attract and keeps the audience attention. You probably know right now, our audience, they have shorter attention span than any other generation, than any other time, you know, especially in this online, when you can open tab together at the one time, your body language and gesture is actually what keep them engaged. So when you need to do a presentation later on, and you need to do it in front of a lot of people, your body language, gesture, facial expression, it's what keeps them to keep their attention to you. Imagine that you only become a stationary speaker. They more likely will open another tab. They will check their phone. They will do anything else. So that's the importance of for having a body language and gestures in our speech. The guiding principles, one thing, first the facial expression, second gestures, and the third is the whole body movement. Again, the first is facial expression, second gestures, the third is the whole body movement. Let's see a brief about each of these topic. First, facial expression. What is facial expression? Facial expression is often the key of the meaning behind the message. Remember the previous pictures when the girl like cover her eyes? And then the word is I'm fine, but from their facial expression, from the face, you know that actually this girl is not fine. So facial expression often is the key to the meaning behind the message itself. So the verbal message or the written message, sometimes it has another meaning behind it. So if you want to be an active listener, you not only pay attention to what they say, you also need to pay attention to their facial expression. So how we make use of our audience? How to do it in a presentation? First, match your facial expression to the spoken word. So if you deliver a sad story, show it in your face. If you deliver a happy story, show it in your face. Okay, so in that way, it can convey the emotion better to the audience. So you use your facial expression to strengthen the emotion in your story. Second, it's also about eye contact. In this online setting, do not see your screen, but see the camera. When you do the eye contact, not only in online and offline setting, it connect to the audience. Okay, it connect to the audience. In offline setting, when you see them, they will pay attention to you. When you see the audience get the feeling that you talk to them personally. So it's a way of communicating to them in a personal manner. That's the importance of eye contact. So how to use it? Again, if your story is sad, show it to your facial expression. If your story is something that talk about disappointment, about happiness, show it in your facial expression. expression, and put an eye contact that we use the most. Gesture will reinforce the verbal message and convey a specific thought or emotion. What are actually inside the gesture itself? Before that, small gesture can give a big impact. Sometimes something, we got a lot of beautiful quotes from MT Tin before in table topic. Everybody shows small gestures can give a big impact. It doesn't have to be like, exaggerating movement or something, but when you have a gesture, you show that you want to deliver something. It is something that you really believe. That's why it also not only move or not only say it in your spoken word, but it also say through your body itself. So gestures can be made by any part of the body, but most are with our hands and arms. The thing that also need to pay attention with our gestures is to avoid mannerisms such as fidgeting with jewelry. Like, sometimes I like to play with my ring or with my watch, especially when I'm nervous. Sometimes men also can play with their pen and do like this, clicking the pen, right? Or putting their hand inside the pocket. And sometimes you put the key inside and you play with the key inside and it make noise. So you need to think that the gestures is also convey the message that you are you're being nervous at that time. That's why you're playing with the thing inside your pocket. You play with the pen, you play with your watch, you play with your distract and annoy an audience. I think I'm okay. Can you hear my voice now? Okay, yeah. So it shows that we are nervous, and it also can distract and annoy the audience. So pay attention with that, and show the movement with strong and purposeful gesture that strengthen your message. If you show something that this is really important, then you probably can go closer to the camera and show with your hand gestures how important it is, so it can convey your message even better. The frequency and the figure of the gestures must be appropriate for the words and also the audience size. So, for example, you are delivering a speech or a presentation in an offline setting or face-to-face setting. You know the space that you have, right? The bigger the stage, probably the more movement you can do. You can move left to the right. You can, make use of your stage. But if your room is small, the stage is smaller, you don't have to move that much. Okay. In online as well, we only have like this square. You also don't have to move that much. But, some message, when you do a hand gesture, it convey better. Three types of gestures: conventional gestures, or numbers, number 2, number 3, and so on. Or descriptive gestures, like you want to say the room is very big, or I have a triangle. You show your hand to describe something. Or emotional gestures, like, I don't know. For example, when you show sadness, you close your gesture that you can put in your speech to convey the message or the emotion stronger. The last is the whole body movement. It's your all body movement, your facial, your gesture, the way you stand, the way you move, your whole body movement. Move with purpose. A relaxed and balanced speaking stance provide a solid starting point which to gesture and move in any direction. That decreases nervousness and helps the speaker feel poised and comfortable. When you move around, when you make use of your stage, it can reduce your nervousness as well, and it can convey your confidence level. Varying the position during the presentation also can help the speaker provide visual transition. For example, first, second, third, it also can help the visual transition that keep the audience focused. Okay, so again, the language of the body is the key that can unlock the soul. Remember the picture that I showed in the very beginning? Your facial expressions, your gestures can convey emotion. Yourself, your body, your face, yourself, your whole body is the best visual aid a speaker can have. So make use of it. Okay. That's my session about body language. I hope it can empower us. It can also remind us to make use of our gesture purposely to strengthen our message. So that will be the first edu session. We will continue to the second edu session, which is will be delivered by Pak Haryadi. It's about how to evaluate. The second session for all the speech crafter, we want you to learn later on also to give evaluation for your peer. So listen to them, listen to Pak Haryadi, and yeah, see and also how all the evaluators give evaluation. And next on, the next step is to give evaluation for your peer. Pak Haryadi, are you ready?
Okay. Am I audible now? Okay. Can I share screen? Okay. Yes. Wait. Let's see. Wait. Okay. Can I start now? Yeah.
Yes, Pak, you can start.
Okay. Speech crafters, fellow guides, and coordinators, especially speech crafters. You have delivered 2 to 3 speeches. And for that speeches, you are being evaluated. Now the question is, you might ask, why does an evaluation is important? Ladies and gentlemen, no matter how great your speech is, no matter how great you as a speaker, your speech is needs to be evaluated. What is the purpose of evaluation? Now let's see. There are 3 benefits of evaluation for audiences, for evaluators, and for the speakers. And for the audiences, you will learn how to evaluate effectively. Maybe in one meeting, in one speechcraft meeting, you see an evaluation. You see how they deliver their an evaluation is delivered. By doing that, you learn how to be an effective evaluator. You learn that an evaluator is not supposed to be a judgmental person. You learn that an evaluator should encourage instead of discourage the person he evaluates. An evaluator has to motivate the speakers, not discourage them. And then for the evaluators himself, as an evaluator, you will learn how to sharpen your listening skill. Why? When you are evaluating, you have to listen all the speeches from very beginning until the end. You have no time to playing with your cell phones, your laptops, and do other things. Otherwise, you miss some points of the speeches. When you are missing some points of your speeches, your quality of the evaluation will decrease. At these terms, this will discourage your speaker because they are entitled to be given a quality evaluation so that they can deliver their speech better in the futures. And for the speeches, this might be the most important one. A, a good evaluation can reinforce positive behavior. What does Subhash to mean? Do you know? Because when we evaluate in a good way, people will be motivated. They will increase their spirit to do more speeches, to give better speech, better version of the speech. Maybe they can say, "Oh my God, why did I think that before? My evaluation said that. Okay, I will give the better evaluation next, better speeches next time." And then offering new perspective. Remember that no matter how good is your speech, we are humans. Meaning that there are some elements that we might forget, or maybe we might miss. For example, you heard so many good speeches, but they forgot to conclude. Whereas conclusion is very important to strengthen your message. Or maybe they have a good speech in when it comes to the content of the speech, but they need to improve their opening, because the opening is very important to attract the audience attention. And then build your self-esteem. Self-esteem. When you, when an, when a speaker can deliver a better and better speech from time to time, based on a quality evaluation, it will it will make them proud and will continue to deliver speech which is inspire, entertain, and also inform their audience. Now, let's move on to the next session, to the next slide. Sorry, so for that, there is a mistake. Okay. Now, how to evaluate effectively. First, discuss the manual objectives and evaluate guidelines. In Toastmaster, every speech has its own purpose, and every evaluator will be given an evaluator guidelines. And you must, before the speeches, you we did better discuss the objective of of the speech with your evaluator. By doing that, you can adjust your speech, especially when you drafting your speech. And for the evaluators, they need guidelines. So how their evaluations can can be can be done in accordance to the speech. We must avoid that our evaluation is not in accordance with guidelines, because it will make the audience confused, and also any concerns. Maybe as an evaluator, your speaker asks you and tell you that, "Oh my God, I'm so nervous. This is the very first time. Oh my God, I'm not very good in body language." By doing that, your evaluator can help you. By maybe give them suggestions. By maybe try to calm them down. Try to motivate them, like saying, "Oh, come on, you can do it. We also experienced that in the first time, but I believe that you have the courage, you have the ability to give your best." Next is show that you are interested. What does that mean? You are interested about the topic. As an evaluator, you are interested about the topic the speaker will be delivered. So it is better for you as an evaluator to check the draft of your speaker's speech and then give comments, encouraging comments such, "Wow, this is a very good speech. wow, this is a very informative speech. I like that. Maybe you can do better. Maybe in the speech you can uh, insert some this, and make your speech better. And then show your word carefully. This is very important because if you do not show your you do not choose your word carefully, it will discourage your speaker. As an evaluator, please avoid saying such as you fail to do so. Your body movement is bad, or you should have done that. You should have done this, or your opening is awful. Of course, we must avoid doing such things. Otherwise, the speaker will never want to do the speeches again. And then evaluate the speech, not the speaker. Please don't say, "Oh, I know you must be very good at it. I know you are clever. You go to school or abroad. Oh, you are very big look. You are good looking today. You must be very confident." Please, we do not evaluate the person. We evaluate the speech. For example, whether his or her speech has a strong opening, whether her or his speech has a good speech organization, or maybe whether his or her speech contain a good body movement and vocal variety, and also promote self-esteem. Encourage them that that they have done the best. However, there are so many rooms to be improved, so that I believe that next time you can do better and better. Keep trying, don't give up. But saying these words, I believe that the speaker's self-esteem will be enhanced, and in turn, they will be a good speaker when they are ready to deliver. So let's conclude my speech as an speech. Thank you very much. Now I'm giving the control back to Amelia.
All right, thank you, Pak Haryadi. Yes, it reminds me as well as an evaluator how to use and how to choose the proper word that encouraging and motivating the speakers. And we are evaluating the speech, not evaluating them as a person. Thank you so much for sharing. All right, so before we go to the breakout room, there will be evaluation from Toastmaster Haryadi, from our GE Toastmaster Rona. But you need 2 to 3 minutes for the evaluation. Now we're gonna see how evaluation in action.
Thank you very much, Tom, Amelia. Thank you very much, Pak Haryadi, for delivering your speech, session speech for our beloved Speechcrafter today on preparing them to evaluate on their next session. This how to evaluate give the context of the speaker, the audience, and the evaluator, and what benefits they have, and how to evaluate effectively. I'd like that you deliver your speech with confidence, and you try to engage your audience at the beginning and explaining what benefits they have by having this evaluation. And then you continue with how to effectively evaluate their speech. So thank you very much, Pak Haryadi. To help you to deliver a better speech in the future, to improve and move to the next level, I would like to give 3 recommendations. The first is to have your slide prepared. So when you start your speech, it's better to have your slide prepared, it's ready to go. So you don't put in the wrong page, or you are still searching and you don't put it on the right place. I think you can try to search in YouTube on how to do it so you look professional in that sense. And then secondly, the purpose of a slide is basically to help the audience to invest and to have more visual and to help them understand or more engaged with your speech. So I would suggest to have more pictures, less words. So try to make it more interesting. And in your speech, the third one, in your speech, you try to put the opening and the body. I would suggest, actually this is already good, but I would suggest that you have a more balanced content and spending more time on the content and less time on the opening, because the opening is trying to engage and to attract the audience to get interested in the subject. And I would suggest to spend more time on the content and a little bit more on the conclusion. Overall, there are two which I really like about your speech. I think you deliver with confidence and you try to have the opening and body and conclusion. And then 3 things I recommend. One is to have your slide prepared so you can just turn it on and look more professional. And the second, to make it the slide more appealing with more pictures. And the third is to put a more balance between your opening and your body. So thank you very much, Pak Haryadi. Thank you for sharing your experience on how to evaluate. So back to Tom.
Thank you, Burana, for the evaluation. Yes, everyone still need to be evaluated, still need to get a feedback. Thank you for the evaluation for Toastmaster Haryadi. Now we're gonna have a group photo, which is we always forget. Today we'll not forget. Let us turn on our camera and I'll take the pictures. Okay, I'm waiting the others to open the camera first. Vita, Ujuan, are you able to open your cam? Okay. All right. 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Vita opened the cam in the right moment. The moment I press screenshot, he opened the cam. Okay, I will share the pictures later on in the group. And also before we go with our guides, a reminder for all of us, for the Speechcrafter especially, to complete your learning dashboard. So don't forget to still go to your speechcraft.toastmaster.org, sign in with your email, your credential. If you forget your password, you can click forget password and come back to your email again. And make sure you already read and learn each material. And then we already reached this part, body language and how to evaluate. The 5th meeting tomorrow, the next week, will be vocal variety. The last meeting will be powerful word. So 2 next meetings. Don't forget to complete for session 5, which is vocal variety. So that's the reminder for the Speechcrafter. Okay. If there is any questions regarding the learning dashboard, don't be hesitate to contact me or Burona so we can help you with that. Now we're gonna have session with the guides. For Toastmaster Jenny, I will replace her. So Jenny, Hansen and Fifi and Pawita will have time with me to prepare the next speech. We have 8 to 10 minutes to do the workshop together with the guides. Burona, you have something to add? Are we good to go? Okay, I will open the room.
Easy.
Gimana?
So kayak kayak ngerasa balik kayak sekolah lagi.
Mendapatkan manfaat nggak ya?
Manfaat dapat. Jadi kayak lebih belajar how to speak in English itu lebih kayak terstruktur lagi. Karena kan kadang kalau misalnya kita speak in Indonesian juga kalau untuk terstruktur itu lebih bisa dapat. Tapi kalau untuk in English kan kayak belum tentu dapat, karena di sisi lain kita mikir mau ngomong apa, terus ditambah cara ngomongnya bahasa Inggrisnya gimana itu sih.
Jadi untuk Vivi sebetulnya lebih nyaman untuk bahasa Indonesia ya, Vi ya?
Enggak juga sih, sama aja. Soalnya kan keseharian juga bahasa Inggris.
Oke. Soalnya kalau if you are more comfortable sama interested di bahasa Indonesia, kita ada Toastmaster bahasa Indonesia.
Oh, enggak sih, tapi kalau untuk Inggris kayaknya lebih prefer Inggris sih, karena lebih penting kan dipakai untuk keseharian juga.
Iya. Oke, thank you for sharing. Ya.
Thank you.
Mungkin Wita bisa bisa share.
Gimana, Bu?
Gimana?
Kalau saya sih lebih penting bahasa Indonesia. Ketemunya Pak RT, Pak RW, Lurah.
Lebih nyaman mana untuk ini? Sebetulnya tapi yang bergunanya apa, bahasa Indonesia atau bahasa Inggris?
Ya keseharian sih pasti lebih banyak. Jadi kalau Inggris kan kita cuma ngomong sama customer aja ya. Tapi kalau keseharian sama pemerintah ya pasti bahasa Indonesia lah.
Jadi merasa lebih tertarik ke bahasa Indonesia daripada bahasa Inggris sebetulnya ya?
Dua-duanya oke lah. Dua-duanya oke.
Oke.
Ya bertahun-tahun kita kan cuma bicara, biasanya kan ke formal aja ya. Ya kalau ke pemerintah ya kita lebih banyak ya lebih ya bisa basi lah kita bilang. Kita mau nyerang pun kita atau mau nyatakan sesuatu yang nggak setuju pun dan nggak mungkin bahasanya langsung vulgar, nggak bisa. Mau nggak mau dia yang punya kuasa.
Yang punya kuasa.
Bahasanya kan nanti kalau mau keras ya kita lewat asosiasi.
Iya, berguna nggak Pak ikut ini Pak Speechcraft Pak?
Ya berguna lah, paling nggak kan kita tahu mau jadi cak lontong pun kan susah. Pikir juga mau jadi cak lontong.
Ini udah balik semua belum ya? Udah ya? Udah ya. Oke, kita bisa lanjut ya. Oke, thank you Pak sharingnya.
Makasih Bu Rona. Okay, thank you for all the speech crafter. I hope you get a good evaluation, input, feedback, and also time to ask your guide. And then prepare for the next speech, which is focus on body language. So don't forget to make use your screen. So the evaluator can really see the body language that you use, your facial expression, and so on. Okay, we're gonna move to our last session, which is evaluation by our general evaluator. I will call upon our general evaluator, Toastmaster Rona.
Thank you, Tom. Today's session, overall, I think is very well prepared. I think congratulations to Amelia, the coordinator, who has done well on this, a lot of work, I mean, in preparing this Speechcraft, and I understand how much work and time she spent. So congratulations on this. The education was very good, both delivered by Amelia and Pak Haryadi. This gave the base for the speechcrafter for your next speech. In addition, like Amelia said, that the next sessions, the speechcrafter will start evaluating the peers, your peers. So the evaluation that you heard for so many sessions, I think this is the fourth session, hopefully can give you experience or observation or example on how to do evaluation. All the role players have done very well. The GE, myself, and then the timer, the edu session speaker. I would like to give one suggestion. I think we started a little bit late today. So if we could start on time. And then secondly, maybe two suggestions. If the speechcrafter can join on time, so we can have the session with all of you from the beginning to the end, because then you don't miss anything. Like the table topic is very important for you to practice your impromptu speech, because this is all for your benefit. We all are here to improve in we can only improve when we practice. Overall, though, I think we have a fun and very useful sessions today, and we thank to all guides and speechcrafters who participated today. Thank you. Back to Tom.
Thank you, our general evaluator. You're so nice today, giving us a lot of commendation. Yeah, next speech, Burona also, please help me because they need to evaluate. Later, can we inform in the group like who they have to evaluate later on so they can prepare? Yeah. So we will inform all of you later on in our WhatsApp group who will evaluate the other who the speaker that will evaluate the other speakers. Probably we're gonna choose everyone that have the same breakout room. Gitu ya, Burona. Yeah, so it will not change the breakout room. You probably have to evaluate other speaker that will deliver speech in the same breakout room. Okay, so that's the evaluation. Burona also already asked some of your opinions, your experience about this. It's not only you as a speech crafter that learn, as the guides as well, the coordinator, we learn a lot, the planning, the organization, things like this. It's also improve ourselves as a leader, as a communicator. I hope everyone has had a great experience tonight and can improve even better in the next session. Thank you so much. We will conclude the session. It's adjourned.
Yeah, I'd like to give an announcement again.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I would like to invite all of you to attend Hand Toastmaster meeting on Monday at 7 p.m. We have the meeting every Monday on the 2nd and 4th weeks. Why do we invite you to come to Toastmasters? This Speechcraft is only about 6 sessions, and it will provide you with your basic communication. I'm sure by attending and participating in this Speechcraft help you improve your communication skill. But by participating in Toastmaster, I think this attending as Toastmaster guest is free for everyone forever. So when you come, you have no commitment to join Toastmaster, but at least you give yourself a chance to explore whether Toastmaster is right for you and whether you can get benefit from Toastmaster. Because now the Speechcraft is, I understand that the company pay for this Speechcraft, but actually you have to think that this benefit you as a person, because this experience, this skill will be with you all your life. It doesn't matter whether you are in the company or you move to another company. And when you have the communication skill, then you can just bring it along with you all your life. And it's really relatively very cheap, like only 2 Starbucks per month, but it's an investment for your lifetime. So just give yourself a chance to explore whether Toastmaster is right for you and what benefits you can get from Toastmaster. So please do come on Monday to Hand Toastmaster meeting at 7 p.m. So I hope to see you all there.
Yeah, we will also give you the information later in WhatsApp group. Again, this is the community for us to learn and grow together. Okay, thank you so much for today. Thank you, Burona, all the Speechcrafter. It's almost 9:30 p.m. Thank you for hang on. And we still have another 2 next meetings. Prepare your speech and let's give our best, grow, become the best version of ourselves. Okay, the meeting, it's officially adjourned.